talking about cricket, we're all facing similar issues, no matter what country we're coming from. So I think the key here, what we spoke about, is that it's not just a high-performance camp for the next 10 days. We're looking for continuity. We're looking to grow cricket in Nepal at every age group, and not just the players. So the high-performance camp that we're having, our focus as well, is a big part of it is on the coaches. And I think the difficulty for us just coming in, Ryan and I work together. I trust him with my boys to coach them at school, my sons, and he's had 19 years of experience. So whether it's with Afghanistan cricket team, West Indies cricket team, clinics, schools, actually running the school curriculum for the sport, he is very involved with cricket coaching in South Africa, particularly in Cape Town, and as an expert with the West Indies and with Afghanistan. So somebody who I respect in this area and this expertise. I've been very fortunate to coach with Mumbai Indians, as Abhishek had said, but the problem there is that you're only working with elite players. So you get a little bit lazy as a coach, because you're working with players who understand everything you're talking about, and they can do it as you show them. And I think the challenge for me will be to make sure that with the continuity, that we're teaching the boys and the coaches how to make the most of the facilities that they have. We also have in South Africa wide open spaces. Many of the schools have fantastic facilities where we've set up where there's high performance at the university. We went to visit the ground yesterday. It's a fantastic facility, but one of very few, if not the only one, here in Kathmandu. So that for us is a real concern, and hopefully something that we can try and add value. That is, once we've left, that value is still here. So we don't want to just fly in, have incredible hospitality. I'm already feeling very much at home. I'm eating way too much already, and I've only been here for 2 days. So looking forward to spending the next 10 days, lots of physical labor with Ryan and I, which is why I've brought Ryan. I love his intensity, I love his energy. So very similar to my work ethic and my beliefs with regards to practice. We don't believe in 8-hour practice sessions, because then players get very lazy. We believe in high intensive, 3 hours or 4 hours maximum, but making sure it's practicing like they're playing. And we get to learn as much as we can about Nepal cricket, because as Abhishek rightly said, there have been issues with regards to the ICC and working with CAN. And we want to try and be, as much as possible, a catalyst for cricket here going forward, and not just going forward, but going forward from strength to strength. So we're here to learn about Nepal and how we can implement the skills and the experience that we have, and how we can make sure that it is customized to work not only in Kathmandu but throughout Nepal. So we don't come here thinking we're experts in anything. We have a little bit of experience between us, and hopefully as a team, we also would love to see, and in South Africa we come from a third world economy. It's a developing market and developing economy. There's much public-private partnerships. So it requires government and private enterprise to come together, which is so important in an area like Kathmandu or Nepal, where you have the passion, but maybe not all the facilities available for the private academies, schools here in Kathmandu. So as much as possible, if we can all start working together, cricket is ultimately the winner that we're looking to focus on. So here with Nepal Cricket School is a start of, and hopefully it's a coming together of all cricket lovers. We're all shareholders in this great game. I retired from cricket. I worked for a bank as a sponsor, and cricket players sometimes find it difficult to believe that there's anybody else that are shareholders. We are all shareholders. If you're a cricket fan, if you're an owner or a business owner within or if you're a cricket player, all of us are shareholders of this great game, and we want to make a difference. And I think that's the key with us, not just over the next 10 days, but in the long term as well. We take for granted a great school system in South Africa, great club structures that feed then into the state teams and the state academies. That is non-existent here. So the amount of games, or the lack of games that the young players, in fact all the players in Nepal, are getting not much game time. So my perception of cricket was that it was strong in under 19, but then what happens after that? So we really have come here with a focus on not just this 10 days, but what can we do to ensure that there is, as Ryan spoke about, longevity in the skills, and hopefully the way that the practice sessions are conducted. How do we make sure that players who participated here can then take it on for the rest of their careers. And I think what's also important for us, you can coach 40 or 50 players in 10 days, but if you're coaching 10 to 15 coaches, they are coaching themselves 10 or 15 players. So exponentially, it is then growing off. So my perception is that strong under 19, but then where do they go after that? So hopefully we can facilitate the next step or the next run to ensuring that cricket is taken from strength to strength, not just at under 16 and under 19 level, but after that as well. My input for the next 10 days, I mean obviously as a fielding coach, it's something that I have specialized in and have worked with Mumbai for the last 10 years. But as a middle order batsman for South Africa, that's also, I have much experience. And I think what we're trying to input is match situations. Because you can practice as much as you want in a net, but unless you're getting game time, unless you're practicing like it's a match situation, I think that is our input. Giving the game experience and allowing players to practice, or giving them situations where they feel like they're practicing in a game situation. So I think that's going to be hopefully our input. The skills and the drills that we do are specifically designed to sort of simulate a match environment. Man, a bad mistake. I've been regretting it ever since. It literally it launched my career. So thanks to Alu, Inzi. I mean, Inzi at age 19, he already then has a reputation as a bad runner. It's a good catch though. Did he catch it? Yeah, almost won. Yeah, okay. But it was a decision that I made on the spur of the moment. And I think I never did it before, I never did it again, and wisely so. But it worked. That's kind of, my cricket was quite instinctive.
Do you think that run-out revolutionized the whole fielding in world cricket?
No, not at all. No one ever did it. But I think it made people aware that there was a third element to the game, which was very important. But interestingly, having worked in India from 2009 with the IPL, it's taken 10 years or 8 years for the young Indian, the next generation to actually, the old generation to move on and the new generation to come in. So it does take a generation of watching before it's actually implemented. So I don't think I changed the way fielding took place then, but I think the understanding of the importance of being a decent fielder was certainly, the seed was planted. We haven't come here just to go to the mountain. I mean, we really have, if you come here with a preconceived idea, you're either upset or you kind of overwhelmed because, you know, we didn't know about the lack of club structures, club matches. So we've come here with very open mind. As I said, the only understanding that I had of Nepal cricket was good, strong under 19 team where they've had a couple of upsets, but no preconceived idea of what we're going to find. And I think that's really important because for us to be able to give input, it's got to be relative to the conditions that we find ourselves. Because there's no good us saying, okay, you've got to have 6 nets a day, or if there are no facilities, or the facilities are mainly indoor at the academy, how do we make sure that the structures that we're trying to put in place are utilized and useful for the existing conditions? So no preconceived ideas, really no preconceived ideas. Looking forward to seeing, we're going to have time with the coaches, so looking for their input, and not just us telling them what to do. We're wanting input from guys on the ground, coaches who are working here, players who are playing in these conditions, and how can we enhance these particular skills and make them utilize the conditions to their maximum. So that's what Ryan does as well. He specializes in making sure facilities are maximized in the various areas, in disadvantaged areas in South Africa or wealthy schools and sort of upmarket areas. So it's about utilizing the space and also what the players are accustomed to.